Hey guys, so here is another video on my 13 defense hardcore Iron Man. Starting this video off, I'm getting 50 fire making. I did it over south of Calca Wars. I was just following the Iron Man guide. It said to do it here. I still don't have stuff to do 3 ticks, so it was a little slow. So for this video, I'm going to be doing commentary over the clips instead of like live commentary as it was happening. I did this style for my 1 hour a day videos and I kind of liked it better. I think the live commentary can be good for when you get like a big drop or something and there's something big that happens, but other than that, personally I kind of like this style a little bit better. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll switch back, but for now I'm going to do it this way for this account and this series. And so I had a poll whether you guys wanted me to do 13 defense or 45 defense, and 45 defense won, so I will go 45 defense eventually. But there are some pretty good suggestions. I should do 13 defense for like some of the time. Like I should start out 13 defense, you know, get a few items as 13 defense and then move on to 45 defense later on. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm not sure when I'm going to move on to 45 defense, but I plan to do at least, I'll probably get at least a few big items. I'll probably do DKs with 13 defense. Maybe a little bit of God Warriors Dungeon with 13 defense. So that's kind of my plans for right now. It could change. So I started out doing, or after that 50 fire making, I did a lot of quests. I went and did the museum quiz, which got me 9 Hunter and 9 Slayer. Quests are always the best way to get your early levels. So I got a bunch of levels off those quests. My early agility levels were all off quests. I also went to Draenor Village and talked to Diango where you can get the Chronicle, and I used that to teleport to Varrock, which saved quite a bit of walking time. And then I did the Varrock agility course, the rooftop course, to get to level 40 agility. Then I did some more quests. I did Priest in Peril, which unlocked the Canopus area. And then I went over to the level 40 agility course over there and did that course all the way up to 50 agility. So after getting 50 agility at the Canopus course, I wanted to move over to fishing. The reason I wanted to move over to fishing is because it's pretty efficient. A lot of my fishing would be done at Barbarian Fishing, where you get both agility and strength experience with the fishing experience. So I could skip a lot of agility levels, a lot of strength levels by doing my fishing first. And before starting fishing, since I am going to get my angler outfit eventually at some point, I thought it'd be good to do it first. So I went over to the fishing trawler minigame. I played that for the fishing, or for the angler outfit, which gives the angler outfit gives a 2.5% fishing XP boost. And you need it to fish minnows, which are really helpful for an Iron Man because minnows is basically a really quick way to fish shark, so I do want to do that eventually. So I ended up getting a little unlucky at fishing trawler. You have a 1 in 8 chance of receiving a piece of the gear for every fishing trawler game that you do. There's 4 pieces, which means you should have to do 4 times 8 games, 32 games for the full set. I ended up having to do about 60 games, but I did get a good amount of fish from it, and it did give me some fishing levels. I started at, I think, 37 fishing, and I got up to 45, I think. I got over 500 lobsters and like 350 tunas or something around there. So that is a pretty good chunk of fairly good food. And right now is a low level that should last me for a long time. After finishing off the angler outfit, I went and did 58 fishing at the trout south of Edgeville, and I just banked all my trout and salmon. I had to do agility pyramid as well while doing the trawler because you have to use swamp paste or swamp tar, which costs a fair bit of money. So doing 60 games of that, I actually had to do a fair bit of the pyramid to pay for all of that. And with my low agility level right now, it's a pain to do the pyramid. But after I had both of those things out of the way, 58 fishing and the angler outfit, I moved over to Barbarian Fishing. And I did Barbarian Fishing from level 58 up to level 80. So I got 60 agility and 55 strength out of that for free. And then after getting the 80 fishing, I moved over to the Seers course, which is the level 60 agility course, and I did that until I had enough graceful, or enough marks of grace to pay for a full set of graceful, which is 260 marks, and I was level 69 agility when I got enough. So then I went and bought my full set of graceful, which is really helpful because it makes your energy restore quicker. And it has a big weight reduction, so you can carry more stuff and it won't weigh you down as much. So with 69 agility, the agility pyramid is not as bad, so I moved over to the agility pyramid once again and did a ton of that. I got up to a little over 1 mil GP. During this entire time, I've also been doing all my maze random events. They're actually pretty profitable. You get some pretty good loot off of them, and they're pretty quick to do. There's also a few other randoms that I do, the pinball one, and I There's a few that I do, and they give you like gems and stuff, which is going to be really helpful once I make my jewelry for teleports and stuff. I've also been growing cats. I think I have like 6 or 7 in the bank right now. I'm going to be trading those in for death runes. After you finish one of the Ardi diaries, you get like 200 deaths for every cat that you trade in. So I should have over 1,000 death runes basically banked right now already. And I'm going to continue to do that. Maybe by the time I get to a point where I actually need to use death runes, maybe I'll already have like 5 or 10k banked just from the cats. While doing the agility pyramid for my 1 over 1 mil cache, I ended up getting 71 agility as well. Agility is really helpful on an Iron Man, especially when you have full graceful, because the energy restoration is extremely helpful when you don't have any energy potions. So after getting that cache, I started following this Iron Man guide again, and I went up into the wilderness to get some runes. I took a risk. I could have lost my account here pretty easily if I saw someone that could attack me, but the chances of actually seeing someone that level PKing is pretty low. So I probably won't go up to the mage bank again though. So I bought as many law runes as I thought I would need before I unlock some other source of law runes. So I should be able to teleport around, which is going to speed things up, speed up quests a lot. I also bought cosmics so that I should be able to enchant jewelry once I have my gems and gold bars and crafting level. I'm kind of curious where Ironmen get their runes. I think they just buy them from shops and stuff, but me not being an Iron Man, never really playing a high level Iron Man, it just seems like it'd be faster to runecraft them, but maybe not. Because you should be able to runecraft over like 6k cosmics per hour. With how low the stock is and the shops from Iron Man always buying them and stuff, it just seems like it would be quicker to... seems like it'd be hard to get 6k an hour from buying them from a shop. At least if stocks in other places are as low as they are in the mage bank. And also you have to think about the cash that it's going to require to pay for them as well. And I just like runecrafting, so maybe I'll end up runecrafting my own cosmics instead of buying them. Assuming I get some pure essence off of some drops or something. As far as nature runes and law runes, I might have to just buy those because probably never going to have 91 rune crafting to double nature runes or double law runes. But at the same time, they cost so much from the shop. Like, just to get 10,000 nature runes, that's probably going to cost me like 2 or 3 mil or something. 10,000 nature runes doesn't go that far. So after getting those runes, I went and got some beads over by the place where you do Monk's Friend. There's a bunch of imp spawns over there. The beads will be for doing Imp Catcher quest. And then I did some other quests which got me some attack XP and XP and a few other skills. And then I wanted to get my magic up so I could actually use my law runes and teleport places. So I went over to one of my favorite places, over by where you telegrab the Wines of Zamorak by Goblin Village. You just get all the Zami mages, lure them over to by the ditch, the wilderness ditch. You can sit and use the curse spell, and you don't have to have negative 65 magic using this method. Just like a plate body, plate legs, a helmet, a shield, and a staff. So you can still hit them with the spell, but for some reason you can like use it on them again pretty quickly, like probably within 10 seconds after you actually hitting them, you can cast it on them again. So if you have like 5 of them stacked up, you can just sit and cast it pretty much always. And body runes are so cheap that I usually use this method when I get my early magic levels, especially on the Iron Man accounts that I've played. So after getting my magic levels, I went and did a couple quests, Jungle Potion and Dig Site, which got me Herblore and Mining XP. And there'll be a requirement for Bon Voyage, which I want to get done and start doing bird nests as soon as bird houses as soon as possible. Also the crabs on Fossil Island are really good to train on the early levels. They have the defense of like a rock crab or a sand crab, but they have 100 HP and they're usually not very crowded because not too many people know about them, or people don't want to do the Fossil Island quest. Birdhouses are really good because they give you nests and they give you hunter experience. The nests will give me nests for Saradome and Bruise once I get higher Herblore, and even before then I will get seeds, which will help me get my farming level up. So I do want to get to those as soon as possible. So that's pretty much where I left off for this video. Future plans, I plan on getting my jewelry, start doing birdhouses, so I want to get all the requirements for that. I'm going to get my thieving up so that I can thieve seeds off the Master Farmer, which I can use as bait for the birdhouses. And that is kind of the direction that I'm heading in. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.